Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Quality First, Chili Lab's approach to software testing. My name is Larina Vasilyeva. I have been working as a QA engineer at Chili Labs for over 2 years. Today, me and my colleague Ilya will dive into the key steps we take to ensure high-quality application releases, even in complex environments where backend development isn't on our side. As you can see in our agenda, we will cover everything from understanding the tools and platforms we use to going through the ticket lifecycle and the validation process. And most importantly, today, we will highlight the key benefits of working with us and why having us, skilled QA engineers, is essential for your success. Let's start with what we're working with. Platforms and technologies. In first place, of course, is Flutter, a powerful cross-platform framework for developing apps on Android, iOS, web, and desktop, all from a single code base. Native development. For projects that need platform-specific features, we build custom apps using Java or Kotlin for Android and Swift for iOS, ensuring seamless performance and functionality. As for web development, our developers use modern web development technologies like React, Next.js, styled components, and Tailwind CSS to build dynamic, scalable, and visually stunning web applications. And briefly about API solutions. Most of our projects already have an API ready to use. For those that don't, we develop API ourselves. Ticket lifecycle from assignment to validation. Now that you have seen the platforms we work with, let's dive into how we manage tickets throughout their lifecycle from assignment to final validation. This process highlights our structured QA approach. Let's take the example of the first ticket in a new project and walk through what happens step by step. So first step is initial ticket assignment. We begin by clarifying which platforms, versions, languages, and other key parameters will be supported in the app. We also request access to essential tools and environments such as Firebase, documentation, and testing environments. The next step is to carefully review the acceptance criteria to fully understand the expected outcomes. Using these criteria, we map out testing scenarios based on the documentation and requirements. Collaborate and clarify. We ensure clear communication by collecting questions for the project manager, developers, or client. This helps us to agree on all the details and not miss anything important before moving forward. Testing preparation. Once everything is clarified, we move on to preparing for testing by selecting the required devices, creating test scenarios, and organizing any additional tools needed for validation. With the preparation complete, we move into the validation phase. Let's look at the main stages. I have prepared a small diagram for you to make it easier for you to understand how the environment is set up in Chili Labs. As you can see on diagram, Chili is using Bitrise to distribute the builds to QA, client team. There you can select branch, main, or specific one, for example, 1.1 release, depends on your needs. Any workflow, prod, staging, debug, platform-specific commit. Afterwards, either download from Bitrise or we use update distribution. We have connected devices account to spread the builds all over the phone that are in our farm with testing devices. Then we select the set of devices and start testing the feature bug fix described in the ticket. What else is included in the validation process is, of course, the UI validation. We validate UI against Figma designs. test with various themes and accessibility settings to ensure compliance. Next, we focus on verifying the app's functionality, including data testing and edge cases. We also use tools like Charles Proxy, Proxyman, Android DebugView, and other tools to confirm correct request-response behavior. Issue analysis and reporting. If issues are identified, we analyze their root causes. For example, incorrect API request or unexpected responses. Findings are reported in Jira with appropriate prioritization. And of course, we collaborate with the project manager and client to address any blockers. Let's move on to the next slide. And it's debugging tools. Debugging is a critical aspect of QA. That's why I would like to separately highlight the previously mentioned tools that we use for testing. For analyzing API requests, there we use Charles, Proxyman, Android DebugView. For additional validation of request responses, we use Postman. In case we're not sure that backend works properly, so we can test it with different data sent to the endpoint. Depending on the task specifics, we can use Firebase DebugView for testing analytics and tracking events, Browser Stack for testing apps on real devices hosted in the cloud, Firebase Performance Tool in order to analyze the performance of app, different endpoints, gather the data about it. But for Flutter apps, we have a great tool that makes analysis and debugging easier, and this tool is called Flutter DebugView. I will hand it over to my colleague Ilya, who will describe it in more detail.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ilya, and today I will tell you about the Flutter DebugView that was developed in Chile Labs, show you its benefits, features, and also a small demo with some example app. So let's start. Flutter DebugView is a development tool that provides helpful visualizations, debugging, logs during the app development, and also testing. While Flutter does not have an official feature specifically called DebugView, Chile Labs has developed such a tool that does offer debugging and also overlay to help developers and QAs to inspect and diagnose their apps effectively. Currently, this package is implemented in almost all of our ongoing Flutter projects. That involves REST network requests using the DIO package. We apply DebugView for our staging app builds when testing the app, and when we send builds with DebugView enabled to our clients, which allows them to verify network requests, and in case of some issues, they can share with us request or response in order to debug the issue together with the QA. So I have recorded a video from an example app. This is a basic app with a button in the center, which sends a GET request. For example, we have sent a request, and we need to check what has returned to us. So in order to check it, we need to open to the DebugView widget, which is opened by clicking in the right bottom corner. This opens a panel which displays all requests and responses with the statuses. Opening the necessary request will open more detailed panel with some data in it. For example, request, response headers, URL, method which was sent, response duration, response body, and etc. Also, it will be shown with a different color if a response was returned with some error code. So it's easy to see that you have any issues with any specific endpoint. Also, if there are a lot of requests, you can search for a certain request if it's needed, which really often saves you a lot of time. If, for example, you have checked the app for a long time and you received an error request, you can easily take the request that returned success 200 and compare it to the one that returned an error. Also, you can easily export all the requests that to anywhere you need. Is it your colleague, or you need to send this information to your Gmail? Also, you can copy all the needed information, either select it manually or tap to a copy button and it will copy everything. So yeah, that's basically it regarding the Flutter DebugView. If you are interested in it, you can always check it on the chilllabs.io page for more detailed information. And also check pub.dev platform, where will be more information provided regarding the usage of Flutter DebugView package and how to connect it to your project. Now we move next to the benefits of Chili Labs QAs. So let's make a small conclusion regarding everything that was told in this video and highlight some benefits of Chili QA and also developing processes. First of all, you'll have detailed documentation at your fingertips. This ensures future updates or transitions are seamless with no guesswork needed. In QA or developing, there sometimes can be features that were added some time ago and forgotten about. To ensure that we have somewhere documented a feature, after developing, we create a page in Confluence, for example, force update or implementation, testing of a specific feature, and we can return back to documentation if it's needed at any point. Every aspect of the application is covered through our extensive checklists. Nothing is overlooked, from functionality to edge cases, so you get a polished and reliable product. With tools like Crashlytics and performance monitoring, we keep your app running smoothly by identifying and addressing issues proactively before they impact the most part of your users. In case if after a release there will be some crashes, it will be easier and faster to find all of them. So we can fix and make a basically hotfix release as soon as possible. Forget the hassle of device compatibility. We ensure your application is tested on a wide range of devices and configurations so that it works perfectly for all of your users. We have our own farm of devices at the office with different Android and iOS devices, covering all versions of Androids from 5th to 14th and iOS from 16th version. With an organized testing strategy, regression testing becomes quicker and more efficient, helping us validate new releases with smaller delays and less problems. Also, our approach eliminates wasted time by preventing some recurring issues and resolving any problems early in development, so client can focus on growth and innovation, managing the projects, and do not think about deep testing of the application. If there are any issues, questions regarding the development or testing, we ensure that client is informed about these issues, and if needed, we find a solution with some issue together. Next one is that we have a wealth of experience across diverse projects. We deliver best practices and some innovative solutions to your app. With our testing methodologies, you can confidently roll out updates more often, keeping your app fresh, competitive, and aligned with the user expectations. By partnering with us, you're not just getting a tested product, you're getting a long-term commitment to quality and reliability. As a QA in Chill Labs, I've had the opportunity to work on different projects. Each of the projects had different people on it. One main key is that reliable, structured communication within the team is essential for ensuring quality at every stage of development. Strong communication not only helps identify issues, but also enhances the connection. So basically, it's leading to better project outcomes. So basically, in Chill Labs, we're working on different projects, really often with the same group of people. We know each other pretty well. And because of that, we have made some patterns in communication. So whenever we are having an issue, we're resolving it as soon as possible instead of leaving it for the future. And in conclusion, having a full service developing, testing, and designing team ensures better collaboration and, in the result, better workflow and the end result. By eliminating the need to manage multiple vendors for front-end, back-end QA, we foster a unified approach where all the people work as one cohesive team. So instead of having different developers in different companies or freelancers, it's always better to have a completed team which already work together for some time and have their workflow working. This structure not only enhances efficiency, but also delivers higher quality results. You can do not hire QA, but this is bad. And after ending development, you don't have to fire them because they're part of another company, and don't have to hire people, and they're in the same team with developers. So this is a big benefit of the Chill Labs, since we work together every day on different projects. Thank you for your time. Hope to see your future projects being developed and tested at the Chill Labs. Good luck. Have a nice day. See ya.